Good evening. We're going to continue on Unit 4, Lesson 26, Subtract a Fraction from a Mixed Number, Part 2. Eight 4/10 take away 6/10. All right, remember from last night and from today, we did this. We cannot take a big number from a small number. So we have to break this whole down and pull out a whole. Once we pull out a whole, we are left with 7 wholes. And then we look at the denominator, and the denominator is telling us it's breaking up into tenths. So now we know what our whole is going to look like as a fraction, and it's going to look like 10 tenths. Because 7 plus 10 tenths is just really equal to 8 wholes. So now we need to take our 4 tenths and add it with our 10 tenths. And now we're going to get 7 wholes and 14 tenths. And then we're going to subtract that with 6 tenths. Okay, so now we have 7 wholes. We're left with tenths. And in the numerator, we've got 8. So 7 and 8 tenths is our new mixed number. But, like I keep telling you, can 8 tenths be simplified? What is the factor, the greatest factor that they have in common? Well, that would just be a 2. So we keep our 7 wholes, and 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into 10 5 times. So 7 and 4/5 is our new mixed number. 1 and 3/8 take away 7/8. Can't take 7/8 from 3/8. So what we have to do is we have to break down the 1. And we're only working with one whole. We look at the denominator and it's 8s. So this we're going to turn into 8 eighths. That represents one whole. We need to add on our fraction here, which is 3/8. So 8/8 plus 3/8 is 11/8. And then we need to make sure that we subtract our 7/8 now. Now we're able to do that. Once we have that, we keep the denominator the same. 11 minus 7, that's 4/8. Getting back to that habit, what could we divide the top and the bottom by? Can we do that? Yes, we can. They share. The greatest common factor would be 4. So in the numerator, we get a 1, and in the denominator, we get a 2. So 1 and 3/8 take away 7/8 is equal to a half. 4 and 1/10 take away 7/10. Can't take 7/10 away from the 1/10. So what we need to do is we need to break down this 4. We need to pull out a whole. Once we do that, we're left with a 3 wholes. We know what the whole is going to look like as a fraction because the denominator is 10. So we have 10 tenths. So 3 plus 10 tenths is really equal to 4 wholes. But don't forget to add on the 1/10. And now we have 3 and 11 tenths. And now we're able to subtract that with 7 tenths. And we are left with 3 wholes, 4 in the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. So 3 and 4 tenths. Think about that. Does 4 and 10 have anything in common? Any common factors? Yes, it does. It shares a 2. So we keep the whole, and in the numerator we have a 2, and in the denominator we have a 5. So our new mixed number is 3 and 2/5. 8 1/10 take away 8/10. Well, we can't take 8/10 from 1/10. So we got to do some magic here with this whole number 8. Got to pull out a whole, and once we pull out a whole, we're left with 7. And because we're talking about tenths, our whole as a fraction is going to be 10 tenths. Because 7 plus 10 tenths is really equal to 8 wholes. Don't forget to add on your fraction, 1/10. So now we've got 7 10 tenths plus 1/10 is really just 7 and 11 tenths. And now we can subtract that with 8 tenths. we are left with 7 wholes. And in the numerator, it's a 3. The denominator does not change, so it's 7 and 3/10. Looking at 3/10, does 3 and 10 have anything in common? It does not. So 7 and 3/10 is already reduced mixed number. 9 and 2/12, take away 8/12. Again, you can't take 8/12 from 2/12. So now you have to break down this 9. Pull out a hole and you're left with 8 holes. And since we're talking about 12ths, we're going to make this 12/12. Because 8 plus 12/12 is really equal to 9 holes. But don't forget to add on your 2/12. And now we're going to get 8, 14/12. And now we're able to subtract that with 8/12. So our whole number is 8. The denominator stays the same. 14 take away 8. Well, that is 6. And then now we need to look at 8 and 6/12. Does 6 and 12 have any common factors? What's the greatest factor they have in common? And that would be a 6. So keep the whole, it's 8. The numerator, 6 divided by 6, that just gives you 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 8.5 is our new reduced, simplified, mixed number. On strike. I really hope that's not what you guys are doing right now, but let's see how you do. Don't give up. We'll keep practicing on this. Do the next 2 problems and see how well you do. 4/16, take away 5/6. What do you get? And I want to see all that work tomorrow where you're doing all the conversions back into a new mixed number. I want to see that work tomorrow, and make sure we're simplifying, please. Okay, 7/3/8, take away 5/8. And I want to see all the work tomorrow and make sure we're simplifying. Wait, I'm totally confused. What do we do now? Well, if this is how you're feeling, we're going to practice this a lot more tomorrow. Don't give up. Have a wonderful night, guys.